channel.
If not, you can always just link it.
Ah, crap. 4.45 is almost coming out, and I still haven't done the MS2.
Well, regardless, right now it's playing an ad. So, welcome back to everyone who has been watching us, if anybody is out there. And this is session 36 of Pathfinder with Epic and Friends. Last session, our party had, after Dak's disappearance beyond the Tide Gate in search of her adoptive sibling, returned back to Aleport and decided that the best course of action would be to help with their current duties and basically see to it that the Yellow Jackets and Maelstrom guards within Aleport get a good night's rest for a change and deal with whatever invaders may come their way in the dead of the night. As evening fell upon the sleepy, normally fishing hamlet of Aleport, the party found themselves attacked by a pair of giant whelks and a number of Sahagin. After a short scare, when Rowan took a sneak attack to the side of her head, the party found themselves triumphant with the aid of 5 Yellow Jacket guards who, despite their fatigue, managed to make relatively short work of most everything that came their way. We rejoin our party now as they gain their bearings and survey the carnage that they left behind.
Dex just getting rid of the Sahagin that she ended up having to bonk at the end of the session last time. Putting it with the rest of them. Maybe checking its pockets.
Make sure to grab the fins.
Oh yes, fins. Can't even remember how many fins we had. Mostly because I couldn't remember how many Sahagin were attacking.
Let's see here. Dak, roll a perception.
Okay. Ooh. 27. I guess it's a 32.
As you have Scotch and Millie survey the scene, you realize that you managed to kill 11 Sahagin throughout the battle, including the one that you bound earlier and smashed over the head when it would not provide information. However, one of them was devoured in whole by one of the whelks, leaving you with 10, and possibly only 9, as one is currently floating in the water. You go to search his pockets and you realize Sahagin don't wear pants.
Well, it could have something on it. I don't know. Don't they usually have like little loincloths or something? Or belts?
Heyo.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry I'm late. Took a little bit longer at the gym today.
No,
Oh, good.
they're pretty much naked.
Okay, well, fuck that then.
What?
Well, they're either naked or basically wearing thongs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Take your pick.
Doesn't
What did I
matter, they
miss?
don't have anything. I was debating whether or not Sahagin had like belts or loincloths or whatever to check.
Ah.
From
I mean, I can't imagine they would just be running around with just, fish dong while hanging out all the time.
I'm not going to debate this. I'm not going to debate Sahagin anatomy.
Yeah, let's not. And yeah,
Okay, so does anyone want to fish out the Sahagin?
pigeons.
Yeah,
It.
Disinterested.
You are the resident fisher here.
I know. I'm eyeing it. It's like, Getting in the water right now would not be stupid, but the fins worth a gill.
Dion turns to the Yellow Jacket. So, is that a bounty for these?
Well, we're gonna.
Yes. He just like looks at you like, we talked about this. Yes.
250 per fin.
Sounds good.
Rowan, meanwhile, is like rubbing her head where there's like still like little trickles of blood coming out. She goes, guys, I'm gonna leave this to you. I think I'm gonna go get a bandage and lay down for a bit.
I'll go with Rowan, make sure she's okay.
Okay.
Yijin's like, Golden Moons has part of the clothing badging eating way acid, but it's eyeing the last hog in the water. It's like,
Okay, Edrin, it's about 15 feet away from the dock at the moment. And it is floating.
Dion pulls it closer to the dock with me.
With what?
What? Ah, Mage Hand. Oh yeah, no, that's right.
It's too heavy.
I
Can't
was gonna say,
push it.
I could try spearfishing it.
Oh my god.
That would
Would that
require there to be a. There would require
Wait,
there to be
so-
a rope on your spear.
Not if it comes back to me.
5 pounds of force isn't enough to at least
Push it.
get closer to the dock on the surface of the water. She's not lifting it out of the water. Oh goodness, no.
So you said you're trying to push?
Pull, but yeah.
Pull?
pull or push, either or.
No, it's not enough. Tide's too strong for that.
Oh,
Basically,
just
it's
let
like
it go then. It's 250 gil.
it goes to push it, and it goes about like a foot towards you, and the waves knock it back another foot, and it just basically the tidal motion just keeps it moving exactly as it would be doing.
Then get a few more experimental times before signing and releasing the mage hand. Well, I'll leave it up to you.
It's 250 gil.
Pats Heater on the shoulder and leaves because he does not
Cramp
care.
looks at you and goes, "You're an idiot," and just picks it up, just flaps over and grabs it and drops it down in front of you.
Okay, so that's 10 fins.
Thank you, Knockdown.
But let's not, like, not Chris, like, look at you, like, let's not ask the giant bird. Go get the stupid fish man.
Well, knowing your luck, Asahagin would have jumped out of the water and skewered you with it. So,
Not Cramp looks at you. He goes, like, you just see,
Yeah,
like,
it's
his like eyeless, the eye hole twitches. At that point, he also makes a point to tell you, by the way, as a suggestion for doing things like that next time, he points to your pack. Have it grab the rope, tie a lasso into it, and then have the hand hook the lasso around it.
Jack's making a mental note
I
of it.
suppose that would work.
Thank you again, extra then, Naka, for the wonderful information.
Except for the minor issue of me not having it.
Knockcrab looks at Fiona, looks at Yedrin, and pushes both of you in the water. Spreads his wings and pushes you in the water.
Do you guys need help?
Okay. Yedrin, you can roll a reflex as well.
Okay. So as you can see, that happens to react properly.
Yedrin quickly pirouettes out of the way.
Wings come up in like this rapid motion. Fiona's like, "What are you?" Gets caught like dead in the chest, is pushed right into the water. Yedrin meanwhile like hits the deck. Like, nope, nope. My stuff is expensive. No rust for me.
So I forgot about you, and yes, Fiona, I have rope.
So sticks her head on water. I hope you realize that my grimoire is not waterproof.
He goes, "Yes, it is. Your case is."
Yes, the case is. But if I have it out, that would have been very poor for both of us.
He just has a talon hanging over the edge for you to grab onto.
He unsides and takes it.
Up, around, deposited next to Yedrin. Besides,
She unrings herself out so she can cast Prestidigitation.
he goes, "You have prestidigitation. And I trust you have more than one copy of your grimoire."
I haven't had the money to replicate it.
Knockcramp is looking at you with the most incredulous face that a bird can make.
A bird with no eyes. Anyway.
Or time!
He's like, "I believe the second much more than the first."
She unsides and rolls her eyes.
If it wasn't me, it would be Skull.
I know.
And if it wasn't Skull, it would be Agitar. And Agitar would
I
have heard you
know.
halfway across into the halfway to Limsa.
Legend meanwhile is going to be moving to assist Todd if she needs any help collecting the fins, and probably also mention at the same time. Hey Todd, after this,
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey Todd, after this, I might need some help to make sure the bandages weren't too damaged and cover up all the new damage.
Alright. I was actually going to ask if anyone needed healing.
It would be appreciated. Do we have more watch to do, or what do you think that's the end of it?
I sincerely hope it's the end of it.
The, as you're saying this, the Leroy Jenkins Yellow Jacket guard, like, slowly gets up, like, holding his battered ribs, and he goes, "They've only ever come in one wave. I think it's less a matter of actually trying to take the place and more an exhaustion tactic. Make us unaware of other doings."
How far
Distract
away,
and nutrition.
I was gonna say, how far away do you think people would be from where I am? Like, would they be within a channel range, or?
I'd say everybody's kind of grouped up at this point, with the exception of Works and Rowan, who have gone to the inn.
Okay. Then everyone gets a 16 heal, and for 3 more things.
We'll just say it's 16, 32, we'll just say 48.
Okay. You get nothing, Workson!
I don't think Workson took damage that entire fight.
No, I did a little bit. I took the bash to the back of the head.
You could sleep
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah, I'm the one that took a hell of a beating because I was
Alone.
Yeah.
Also, Badass God took a bit of a beating, but you got
Oh.
Badass guard has had all of 2 health.
Oh, damn.
Oh god. Yeah, he really just went ham for it then, didn't he?
That was after Fiona healed him, right?
That was before you healed him. He only had 2 health, but like basically he was about to die.
So if I'm going down, you're coming down with me type thing?
Kind of.
no, he wasn't even damaged before he did the.
Yeah, he took 1
Sure.
hit. He took 1 hit and went to that.
No. Well, I have 10 fins, and then we get 2K for the watch. Well, that's a tidy sum.
The guard just kind of like, yeah, I'm sure the captain will be happy to pay you in the morning.
I healed him too, though.
Yeah, but it's probably still taking time for the healing to like mend ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Still.
Dak, you're actually watching his side at this point, because where it hit, like, ripped his armor open, so you could see the side. And you could see, like, before you started healing, you could see the bone debris of his ribs throughout his entire side.
Whoa.
Like, they had split, like, most of them had split in half, and you could see, like, edges of them, like, almost poking through the skin. And it basically looked like someone had thrown Lego blocks down, like, between his organs and his flesh. And you're, like, watching it now as the bones, like, put themselves and knit themselves back together underneath the skin.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looking over
Dude,
at
I managed an 8 with my cure. Good.
yeah, I was gonna say, looking over at him, probably gonna say something along the lines of, "You probably should go and get some rest yourself. You did an amazing job."
Fiona puts the Yellow Jacket's arm over her shoulder and helps him out. I'll bring him to the barracks and return to the inn.
He's like, thank you. That's very kind. Again, we can't thank you well enough. I'm fairly certain we would have all died without you.
Oh, glad to be of service.
Happy to help. Meanwhile, thinking, Gil.
Right there.
Oh, Yedrin.
Okay. Works. Meanwhile, you have put Rowan away. She lays. Shut up. She has laid down, closed her eyes. By this point, it's almost 1 a.m.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Let me see. Rowan's asleep. I'll go ahead and rejoin the others. See if anything else need to be done. So walk outside, see everyone gather around. It's like, alright, well, are we done here, or do they need us for anything else? Because Rowan's probably going to be asleep for a good while.
As far as we can tell, we are free to go. Supposedly they won't get a second attack tonight, so everyone's free to get some rest.
Alright.
I was gonna say it's probably too early to turn in the fish fins.
Yeah, he said in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, if you all want to go to the inn, get some rest, and Todd, before I head off, can help me adjust these bandages for the new wounds.
Yeah, that'll help out with the bandages. A 23.
You
On a
get
heal check.
Yedrin's, like, you basically have to strip the bandages off of Yedrin, and the flesh and everything has healed back. There's not any lingering scars or anything too dangerous with her right now. So you just kind of take a moment to like patch them back up, make sure that she doesn't scratch at them or get them infected. However, you do note as you're looking her over, Dak, that there's these little traces of white coming up under her scales and across her face. Like it looks like it basically looks like the tip of your pinky, like in a little white point underneath the scales around her her cheeks and chin.
Jack actually kind of like pokes at her cheeks a little bit. I don't know much about Aura physiology, but do your new scales come in white?
Wait, what?
You have white on your scales.
It's not. You touch it and it's skin. It's not a scale.
It's just poke, 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 poke. Skin.
Wait, what?
I don't know what to tell you. I see white under your scales and it's skin.
Yep, I was about to say that. Time with the cone of shame.
Adrian at this point is sort of saying that look at thoughts or speeches like, wait, what?
Go to the inn. Go look at the mirror. I think that's the best I can do as far as patching you up, though.
Thank you for the patching. I will. Is definitely going to go check this out in a minute if they have access to it.
Roll a perception inside your room.
Okay.
You look around, and after a bit of looking and digging through the drawers, you find where the dresser is, and you pull it open, and you find there's like a a 1 foot by 1 foot square mirror inside of it. You have to light a candle to be able to see anything in the dark, but you can hold the mirror up and look at your own face.
Nothing gonna take a look.
Alright. Yedrin, as you start to look over your face and you note the white for a second, there's recognition that comes over, and as this sense of, I know what this is, I've seen this before, starts to fill your eyes, the white lifts up out of your scales and it spreads over your face, forming this skull-like mask of white around you, kind of almost like someone has taken spray paint and covered your face with the markings, with little flakes of your dark coming out, and your eyes switch from their normal tone to a deeper gold that grows darker and darker, your scalia going black with it, until all that's left is this bright gold looking out from this white mask.
Not trying to think how to react here. Although this starts going into polychat. It's very much right now in my head. What the fuck?
Like you move a hand and you touch it and examine, and it's just your skin. It's just your skin has changed color. It's not shitness. It's not your scaling. It's just your skin.
just sort of starts like rubbing it forward and like these last few. It's like, oh dear lord. Tries to think of what this could be if they've thought about before, why it seems so familiar.
Oh,
Like,
roll an intelligence check.
not making that 7.
You start to think, and you hold your head and you're rubbing your temples, and as you're doing so, the mask of flesh slowly starts to melt away bit by bit, and you try to recall where you've seen this before. What am I looking at? And there are these brief flashes. Long time ago, the world looks much bigger to you in your memory than it does right now. But you're so young, and you don't. It's hazy and unclear. But you see 3 or 4 of these white masked people kind of wander by you. There's this hurried exchange, and then everything goes quiet.
I'm guessing that's all I sort of remember.
Yeah, that's all you remember. Just these flashes.
Just takes a second, breathes in and out, and just thinks to himself, God, I got to make a note of this and try and look into it some later, but for now, it's late. I'll sleep on it. Hopefully this doesn't cause problems.
So you kind of look at your face one last time, and your eyes are back to normal. There's like this, almost like a Makote mark across the bridge of your nose, going to the cheeks of this long white streak. But you see even that's just kind of fading.
Yeah. Sighs deeply, heads to bed, and decides to sleep on it for now, because not much I can do about it right now.
Yeah, Derek's gonna go to bed.
Okay.
I think works in the bed too.
Okay.
Interesting day.
Fionn, you have taken the guard back to the barracks. It's a quiet walk through the evening. Knockcramp turns back to his basically crow size and does another sweep of Aleport while you're continuing to walk.
Dion just quietly puts the yellow jacket to bed and returns to me and her side.
Okay. That leaves you, Kato. What are you doing?
He is shacking up with some Makote twink.
He got kicked out of the inn. He just went and found someone to
Okay. Well, suppose that's that. Works.
Oh, goody. Roll a will save, right?
Nope.
It's worse when you don't have to roll one.
No, it's better when I don't have to roll because I don't have the chance of failing.
No, that means it's an auto fail.
Or auto win, depends on how you look at it.
Not sure. We still haven't found out if there's any side effects from that read.
Orcs, as you lay down to sleep, you rest for maybe an hour before you feel this weight start to fill your chest. It grows and grows and grows until you can't breathe and you are forced awake. And as you look up, you see the shape of the miniature Bahamut slowly materializing in front of you. The aether coalescing into a miniature Dalamud before you. The moon cracking, and slowly the blue image, or the blue ethereal outline of Bahamut fills out, and you're left looking at the small creature who's now hovering right over you.
This isn't one like your usual Vitz, Bahamut. What can I do for you?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? What are you doing?
Why are you fighting?
What, against you taking control of my body?
No.
I kind of like my body.
No. No. Why are you fighting against the Beastmen? Why are you fighting with these people?
They're my friends. I trust them.
Do you?
Trust them enough to have my back.
And what have your friends done for you? Sure, they heal your hurts. They give you... what is the word that you mortals use? Affection, when it's convenient. But what service have they truly provided you, Worksend?
Giving me a reason to keep fighting. To keep going on. You've been in my head long enough. I'm sure you know what's happened to me in the past.
And yet you have
I know.
no succor from them for it. They've made no offer to deal with the harms in your heart.
Because those harms in my heart are better settled by me.
The dragon looks at you for a moment, kind of gauging you up and down.
Besides, traveling with them seems to lead me to a bit of trouble. And trouble makes me stronger. I'm not nearly strong enough to take them on yet.
The dragon kind of folds its arms across its chest. But every step that you take with them leads you further from your purpose. From what you desire. You're forgetting your anger.
No. Trust me, it's still there. But I'm not doing it for revenge. I'm doing it for other reasons. Like I said, I need to get stronger.
The dragon inhales very slowly, shakes his head. You lie to yourself if you say it's not for revenge.
Oh, it's totally for revenge. There's revenge there, but there's also another reason.
What, would you tell yourself it's justice?
I
Would
don't believe in that.
Would you tell yourself that you're righteous in seeking
Please.
this revenge?
Do I feel righteous or justice? Please, I grew up in Ishgard. I know both those words don't mean jack.
The dragon starts to laugh. That's
The righteous claim they're righteous, yet they behead the ones of different people who are different. All in the name of, some war that started, hundreds of years ago before any of them were born. Trust me, justice and righteous don't mean shit.
And yet, the longer you stay with your companions, the more you find yourself espousing the virtues of law and man. Look deep inside yourself, Workson. You don't belong and you know it. Find the ones who are like you. Find others. And serve with them. All these fools will do is lead you astray. They will strip from you your fangs, your claws, and they will leave you a docile puppy to be kicked when they please.
Well, if that's how it's gonna be, and if that time comes, I guess you and me will just have to have fun. But until then, I'm staying with them. I'm gonna be by their side for every step. But when the time comes where I need to face my past, I made a promise. And as much of a dick as he is...
Roll a will save.
Oh, great. Yep, here it is!
Your throat contracts. And you can't talk anymore. Your eyes dilate slowly as you look up Bahamut, and he's doubled in size, and then he triples. And he looks down at you. And in that moment, you hear this roar inside your head as you feel the fury of the Dreadworm come upon you. And he says, "Your promise means nothing to me! You sold yourself to me and to my whim! And you will obey! For now, keep your friends. But when the time comes, you will leave. And you will do as I will, as you agreed. And only then will you have full control of yourself once more. A pact with a dragon is non-negotiable, as are its terms." And at that point, Bahamut shrinks back down and slowly kind of flitters about for a second, the aether fading back and forth as your throat releases and you find yourself able to breathe and speak again.
I know you haven't. I've known that all along. I know one day you're gonna call, and I'm not gonna be able to say no. So that's what I'm doing now, because until that day comes, I'm enjoying it.
Bahamut snickers a little bit.
But if you ever
You don't even know
hurt one of
what
my
I
friends.
ask. You aren't ready for what I have to ask.
You threaten my friends, I will kill you. I don't know how I'll do it. I'll find a way.
Bahamut looks at you and he says, I'm already dead. How many times do you think I have died? Worksend.
Apparently not enough.
Here's the thing. I'm in your head now. I am in your spine. I am in your body. I am inside your heart. Every beat of your body feeds me. Every thought you have is mine to read. Your aether rings with mine, in sync. Like the harmony of the dragon song that will soon rise above the plains of Ishgard. We burn together, Worksend. And if I die, so do you. Keep that in mind.
What are you gonna do? Burn through the gates of Ishgard and kill everyone there?
No. Nidhogg's war is none of my concern. I will tell you what I wish of you when you are ready. I am just warning you now to keep your anger alive, and not to let yourself be made soft by the wails of a woman that you've only just met, or by companions who seem more concerned with their own problems than yours.
Like I said, my problems are mine alone. Because I learned my lesson once. I'm not dragging them with.
Likewise, Worksend. Your revenge means nothing to me. But a pact is a pact. And you signed ours in your blood and your aether, asking for power to make your desires real. And unlike you, I will not reign or renege on such things. Dragons are not dishonest. Good night.
I just like say a little like self help. Visits.
You said what?
I think I would have preferred one. Visits.
You cut out before visits.
I said I think I would have preferred one of his usual visits.
Bahamut just kind of stops and like hovers there for a second. Kind of sighs.
Also, answer me one thing real quick. What's with all the crypticness? I mean, between you, the Fury, it kind of seems like I'm trying to solve a puzzle just to figure out, what he was trying to tell me.
It's called a test, Worksend. I'm sure you had them in school.
You're in my memory. You should know that I was not very good in it.
Do you see the ethereal dragon like start to root around for a moment? Like touching his chest. Then the next thing you see is he's holding out one of the Miracidian Bloodgrass blunts. seem agitated. Smoke. Relax. Go
Yes,
ahead.
because I have the ethereal dragon living in my head telling me he's going to call upon me for who knows what. Also telling me that my quest, that, my current, I don't know, adventure is worth nothing and that I should ditch my friends. Yeah.
He goes, ditch would be a strong word. I would tell you to reevaluate why they're your friends and see if they reciprocate what you give.
Like I said, they gave me a reason to keep going.
The dragon kind of points at you and says, you already died for them once.
Wait, I died?
The dragon looks at you and he
No,
goes...
that was mostly out of character.
The dragon looks at you and says, did you really think you survived that fall?
What's in the roll of possibilities?
No. You're alive because we knitted you back together. Sowed your ether through the scattered realms of possibility and shoved it back into your body. You died. And you would still be
Yeah, but-
dead.
Yeah, but I died like... Well, I appreciate the second chance at life.
He's still just holding the blunt out to you.
Look, I'll take a rain check. It's been a really weird day, and I just want to go to sleep.
The dragon shrugs, puts it back away, and then slowly fades out into the aether.
It's always interesting. I'll say that much. I just sit up for a sec, look at Rowan, and just go.
Don't you have separate rooms?
No, I think the same room. Just we're not staying as close.
Rowan slowly turns over and goes, like, looking at you, shakes her head, turns back over. Just, why do I always go for the crazy ones?
Sorry to wake you. Go back to sleep.
There's no response.
Just look at her, just like this. When the time comes, I face this. What Baham? I may miss something.
Anyway. You go to bed after that?
Yeah, I fall back asleep.
Okay. Sleep comes to all of you in various states. You rest easily for the night, with the exception of Worksind and Yedrin, who wake up every few hours worrying about what's going on with them. when morning finally does come, you all stay in bed for longer than usual, rising at about 9 o'clock in the morning. Breakfast is winding down at this point, and very slowly the strangeness of the night fades away. The sensation that came with the attack disappears, and normality seems to be the subject of the day.
Beyond shouting, use the matter of normality, a bit of a strong word to take on with this situation.
Well, by normality, I mean the town is normal. No
Fair
one
enough.
seems to be perturbed by anything. Everyone's going about their days as if nothing happened last night. The only people who seem to be showing any signs of abnormality is your group.
Speaking of which, she does indeed shout, "What about 7 hells?" And is promptly followed by the sound of a chair falling over.
There is a clatter and a crash if everyone wants to roll a perception on that. Except Kato.
32.
15. Yedrin isn't care enough to pay attention.
I'd say, Yedrin, you walk out into the hallway, like, as you're getting ready to go get breakfast, and you hear this. So you hear the chair crashing, and you hear Fionn going, "What in the 7 hells?" Works, you rise up, and you hear the same thing, and Rowan just kind of, like, looks up and goes, "Your turn, go look after the kids."
I turn back to her. I'm like, you get some rest. I'll go take care of it. I'll go see what's going on.
There's already a fireball at the tip of her finger, and she goes, "Go!"
Walk out, and go downstairs. What in the bloody hell is going on?
Yams against the floor, and sitting at the table before her is a green soul crystal, not green, a purple soul crystal, and a black-haired fairy sitting at the edge of the table.
By the way, how'd you spell that fairy's name, Fionn?
Zinnia. Zinnia.
Thank you. I was just looking for the image on my computer because I didn't load it.
Oh, that's downstairs.
I was actually going to go with a different image anyway.
Oh, feel free to send that to me.
Yeah, looking for it.
I was gonna say that's like in the main room.
No, like, she's inside her own room.
Okay.
I go to where the source of the noise is. I'm like, and just like, what?
Well,
The agent fire out in the hall, Cease walks and goes, "Do you have this handled?"
Yeah, I got it handled.
Dak, what are you doing?
Okay.
Dak peeks out of her room, sees Works and Yedrin are there, and then closes the door.
The birds are both sitting there, they're looking at Dak, judging.
I assume she had her own things to worry about since she's level 7 now.
Probably. Her,
Hi.
Millie and Scotch are both staring at her, judging her.
Did you get a new friend?
Yes?
Well,
Ian looks between Works and Yedrin and the fairy.
I was gonna say I'm not sure if Folks even opened the door yet, because I was gonna say if he hasn't yet, after asking him if he's got it handled, and seeing Todd goes back to the room, she's just gonna say after Todd, "Yeah, we're gonna need your help with a bit later, and gonna go down and get an early morning drink of alcohol, because screw this week, this month, this year, just screw it all."
I'll be out in a minute.
I thought I was the only one with an interesting.
So yeah, it'd probably disappear down the stairs. Find alcohol. Scream
Close-
at me.
just, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Just like walks out, closes the door, and just like, I can't keep track of of her summons anymore. Walks downstairs, finds Idra, and just like,
Dak pops out of her room and she has a tiny manticore and a tiny harpy on her shoulders.
That's really fun to see.
And you guys are downstairs and she goes in Fiona's room, peeks in. Everything okay?
Dak, you're immediately greeted by this purple-haired fairy who's kind of fluttering about Fiona, like looking her over and going, "Are you okay?"
I'm just a little stunned is all.
Dak comes in and closes the door behind her.
To meet you?
And who's this, Fiona?
I don't know, my soul crystal was... It appeared to be emitting some sort of energy, and then this happened.
1 second, I want to do this. Damn it, roll 20.
Well, while you're doing that, I mean, I can say this out loud. Meanwhile, when Walks comes down, he probably asks him and says, "Want to join me for an early morning drink?"
I don't need to drink this early in the morning.
As Fiona and Dak are talking for a moment, the fairy hovering around Fiona kind of like sits in Fiona's hair and goes, "My name is Zinnia."
Zinnia?
Zinnia.
Zinnia?
Z-I-N-N-I-A.
It's nice to meet you. Where did you come from?
She kind of thinks for a moment, like cocks her head and goes, probably the same place that those two came from. Meanwhile, Fiona, you look up and there's another pair of fairies kind of floating around Dak. They're both only like a few inches shorter than she is at this point. One of them is covered in owl down and feathers with giant owl wings kind of coming out of her back. Her legs forming almost heels as if they were crafted from an owl's talons. Her hair is white and snowy, and it's kind of tucked over with a very long fringe on one side falling down her face. There's a slight can I talk to your manager look to the haircut with
Pixie cut.
a very much sort of resting bitch face going on. Large, full lips. She's beautiful in a very strange way. Meanwhile, over on the other shoulder, you see a almost androgynous red-headed boy with bright blue eyes looking at you, this crown of chitinous material forming across his forehead and pushing back into his hair. as large wings with spines start to prop up across out of his back. His body is covered in this fur as red as his hair, with a bit of flesh showing around the neck and the arms. His face is heart-shaped, and the bindings around his arms are the same fur with spiky portions of chitin and spines coming out. And then at the back you see this tail that's almost as long as he is, covered in spikes and chitin, and ending in the back with a very long scorpion stinger. And then this outcropping of 6 spines coming out around the stinger on either side. And he just kind of cocks his head at Zimnia, then looks at you, and looks back to Millie, and looks at Dak.
Am I breathing?
Wait, what was that?
I'm dreaming.
No.
Just looks at Zinnia, then at the other fairies, just utterly perplexed.
You look about how I felt.
Well then. She adjusts her glasses, stands back up, slaps the chair back in on the table. Well.
At that point, the red Manticore fairy speaks up, and he goes, "Yes, she seems to be starting a veritable zoo, doesn't she?"
Be nice, Scotch.
No.
To me. Look, you two woke me up by snuggling up against me in bed. It was weird.
Millie kind of stops for a second and looks at Dak, and she says, "Honey, we could have woken you up doing so much worse with these new bodies."
Lifts a finger, just opens her mouth, and just closes her mouth and lowers her finger.
Shakes her head and then just looks to Zinnia. Please tell me you're going to be more well behaved.
She kind of looks, cocks her head, and then there's this crackle of lightning around her.
Inches back slowly. Little.
She says, "Oh, I can be good, I guess. Is that what you want?" She's like holding a finger to her mouth.
Well, Scotch is nearly over there. I'll be needing handful, so could you please?
She just kind of shrugs and twirls around in her little white dress, and then flutters back over to your shoulder.
There'll be rolling berries in it for you if you.
There will be what?
Rolling berries.
Rolling berries. Oh.
She goes, "What's a rolling berry?"
They're delicious.
It's a sweet tart with fruit.
Okay. Meanwhile, downstairs, Works and Yedrin are sitting there in the, crap. What was the bartender's name? Shit!
Oh no. Sybilwick was the Aleport innkeeper.
That's who I was thinking. Sybilwick. I went to go look at my notes, and I was like, I have so many class notes now.
I made sure to write that down.
Sybilwick is looking at Yedrin and Works, and when Yedrin orders alcohol, she goes, Sweetie, we don't normally serve till after 3. There a particular reason you're wanting to imbibe so early?
Should Dion and Beck come down right then?
Just out of character, do you see us with that?
Do what?
Sure.
I was asking Fionn and that Todd if they were serious about that right when they come downstairs.
Why not? They didn't know
Yep.
anything.
Adrian just looks to Sivlik and just goes, well, slightly pointing to the companions coming down the stairs. First thing I find out when I get up.
At that point, as you're saying this, Rowan starts coming down the stairs, gets to the top, sees the new Scotch and Millie, sees Zinnia, sees Yedrin getting an ale already, and turns right back around.
Dion looks quite humbled by the situation.
She said, and then like all you hear is Rowan say, "Don't any of you ever ask for a dog."
We could just go to Rowan's house for a dog. Does not say it loud enough for Rowan to hear.
Sybilwig just looks at the fairies, looks at Yedrin, pours Yedrin an ale, and then runs around and goes, "They're adorable!" And like grabs all 3 of them and just hugs them.
No spikes, Scotch. No spikes.
Scotch is like, he's like looking at you. He's like,
No spikes.
you see his tail like lifting up, like
No.
almost like pointed at his scorpion sting. He's like,
No stinging.
Dion puts a gloved finger on the tail and eases it back down.
"Whooshing!" Do you see like several spikes start to come up, and it looks like a cage around your hand for a second, Fionn? He goes, he's like, staring at you. And then he like sighs, and they all retract.
Good.
Millie's,
Can you release my familiars, please?
Millie, meanwhile, is like, why does everyone
Just-
always want to hug the tiny owl?
Adrian's follow the old lady in the drink.
Alright. So, Kato, while all of this is going down, are you coming to meet them, or are you, what are you doing?
Probably just walking around town, really.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Nope, just going on a walk.
Alright. So, roll a perception.
I was gonna say fucking blood splatters all over the docks.
Wouldn't surprise me. 16.
You do find a lot of bloodstains. A lot of bloodstains. You also find a pair of giant shelled creatures just laying on the docks, battered, bloodied, their shells broken. You see a couple yellow jackets talking to one another as they're kind of examining what's going on, seeing if they can find any use for the creatures. These things, by the way, are huge size, so they're probably you're looking
Something like
you're looking at like these things are almost like 24 feet tall, like and 15 feet wide.
Mm-hmm. Just sighs.
The Yellow Jacket looks at you.
Let me guess. The Agents of Mayhem.
Who?
The Lalafell couple of Ra.
If you mean the adventurers that were coming through, yeah. They did. They never said who they were, though.
That would be what we are calling ourselves, apparently.
Good to know. He's just kind of looking at you. He's still, like, the guy's still very tired, but he's like, there's something I can do for you, sir.
No, I'm good. Just kind of makes his way back towards the inn.
I will say you make your way to the end just in time to hear Sebwick yell about them being so cute. And you come through the door, and as you do so, you see Sebwick hugging a Dax-sized fairy covered in owl feathers, and a Dax-sized fairy with spikes, and then an actual tiny fairy, like all in like this big bear hug. You also see Yedrin is drinking.
And Works is just sitting there, just like, just head on the table, just like, like the level of can't even.
You should probably takes a break for a second, glances walks. You sure you don't want some?
Trust me, I've already had an interesting enough night. I don't need to start my day off in the same foot.
Okay. Why is she drinking already? Just kind of looks at Works.
Okay,
Probably helping with this.
I think I do with new friends.
Okay, you're talking over each other, so I couldn't hear both of you.
So, Fiona, go first.
She's trying to cope with, this. Emotions towards.
Motions towards...
The fairies, I'm assuming.
More magical fuckery again. Yeah, sounds about right.
We're just like, yep, basically.
I'm not going to apologize for my familiars.
And you don't need to.
Millie just goes, "Girl, there is nothing to apologize about. We are perfect as we are."
You are.
Wait, it talks.
Yeah.
She looks at Kato and goes, "I have always talked. You just don't listen."
Works looks his head. Similac, I'll have whatever she's having.
Fiona pinches a bit of her nose at Millie.
Yeah.
I could deal with that. I could deal with them hooting and you hooting back, but now, oh man.
Now I can
Scotch-
understand them, and it's going to be
Scotch
very
folds
weird.
his arms. Now you know my suffering.
Jack crosses her arms and just nods along with Scotch.
Fiona nods too.
Millie looks over at Fiona and is like, "And girl, don't you give me any sass. I've had to listen to you and your, puppy go at it one too many nights."
Alright, that's quite enough.
Yeah.
Famous Fiona, blushing.
Okay.
So
Millie's just like,
can I?
What? I am telling the truth.
Oh, please don't for about 5 minutes, please.
I just
Works
gotta
itself
get
out.
it out. I gotta be honest. I gotta be me.
I love you, honey.
I love you too. He says, now that that's out of the way and I've said my piece, Fiona, love your dress. Where'd you get it?
Oh, well, Skull gave it to me, actually.
Aw, he is a sweet puppy.
He really is.
Oh, I have a bunch of fins to go turn in and go pick up the money for our watch.
Rourke sits up and goes, before you go,
Huh?
I need to get real.
Yeah?
How real are we talking real quick? Just because we are in the middle of it.
I'm not gonna get details, but let's just say I had last night.
You just see Scotch kind of like float over to Works, like very slowly float up and sit on top of Works' head.
They don't weigh a damn thing.
He however does feel this very long scorpion stinger tail just like roll down the side of his head, around his neck, and like to the center of his chest.
You know, I'm already getting it one, Mr. I don't need.
You keep freaking up. You need to speak up a little bit, I think.
I just like look at the sound and go, you know, I'm already getting enough from one mystical being. I don't need it from two.
Scotch leans down and he very quietly whispers so only Works can hear him. He says, Workson, my friend, you're going to be dealing with a lot more than just two. Trust me on that one.
Alright, so back to what I was saying. I had a visitor last night.
Oh?
Yeah, of course,
Sabwig like blushes and goes, oh honey. Like smiles. He's like, let me leave the room. My old lady ears don't need to hear this. And she like walks out.
Oh, that's how I'm gonna start every conversation regarding you know who now. Alright, so interesting conversation last night. Just gonna throw this out there. You
Will save.
guys consider Christ.
Oh, you did not. You knew that was coming.
Your throat stops. And every time you try to bring it up, it won't come out. You just feel this claw. You feel this claw on the back of your head. And it's like pulling you back. And it's like, they're not ready.
Yeah, looks at Works knowingly.
I was gonna say, since Roller, so we can notice that he's not able to talk, or is it just that obvious?
It's like he's like, I hate to use this out of character. Yedrin, it's kind of like when you're talking and there's a loss for it. It sounds and looks like he's just at a loss for words and he's struggling to find the right way to say it. It looks entirely natural on his part.
Okay.
Impossible to read, Fion. To you, it literally looks like he doesn't know how to say what he wants to say.
Just gets up and walks. At that point, just gets up and just walks outside.
It's okay, Worksman. You can tell us sometime.
Yeah, and all I know is that Bahamut separated with how we opened the conversation, but
How?
He's talked about
Yeah,
Bahamut
it's-
before.
I think so.
that and mentioned you know who.
I'm trying to remember, has Bahamut actually ever let him say what's going on? He said all he ever said was dragons.
He's
Yeah.
talked about the. We'll just assume it's dragon fuckery again.
I think Bahamut might come up during Vidania because we saw the silhouette and we grilled him on it a slight bit, and we got at least the Bahamut connection somewhat out there.
I'm trying. I'm actually trying to remember. I think you saw
That
the head
did
of his
happen,
red
yeah.
worm, but yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
Theon
it's
already knew dragons were.
and I just said I have no idea. Probably just evolution and dragon powers.
Yeah.
And Theon's already
So-
witnessed dragon fuckery from firsthand, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if anyone knows anything about the dragons, it would probably be Theon.
Probably.
Yeah.
Regardless works, Bahamut talks to you and just goes, "This is not by name.
They only knew you as a dragon.
That's fine. But they don't need to know that I have a purpose for you. They don't need to know everything. There's a reason
You had,
I have secrecy. And until I know that they have you, your best interest at heart, I don't want them knowing. Because
you don't even know what I was gonna ask them.
Bahamut just kind of like goes, "Works. I can read your mind!"
Then what was I gonna ask them?
I know you were going to tell them about our conversation.
That's where you'd be wrong.
Really? What were you going to do then?
I was gonna ask them to consider if they consider me a friend.
It's a long pause and a thought. This Bahamut's like, "Sure. Ask that." That didn't sound like the words that were about to come out of your mouth.
No. If it gets to a point where you feel concerned, you can stop me. But
Is that a pact?
trust me, that. It's a I don't know where the line is yet.
The question is, how about this? I will make an agreement with you on this. I will permit you to ask one favor of me. In return, if I ever feel concerned about your well-being or mine from your actions, you will allow me the opportunity to take control and prevent said action.
I'll get one favor from you.
And
In
you get a
return,
second pair
you-
of eyes to keep you alive.
See, ordinarily that would sound like a really good deal. And I know you have your best interest in keeping me alive. Well, that's an interesting proposition. Let me think about it. I'll get back to you.
Very well.
Oh, it's not like you'll know the answer before I do. No, or it's like no, reverse that. It's like, come on, you'll know the answer before I do.
Bahamut, like, very slowly. You can actually, like, physically feel the dragon rolling his eyes at you.
I mean, am I wrong?
There's a sigh, and he says, "Over 10,000 years of life, and I get stuck in this. It's bound to happen eventually. I won the genetic
Yeah,
lottery. I guess I have to go bankrupt."
Come on, I'm just keeping this interesting as you are.
There's a very slow thing. Roll a will save.
Oh, man. Come on. Christ.
Bahamut, like, takes control of your legs and runs you into the ocean.
You mother... Get...
Wow.
He's just like, he makes you dive. Like, straight up 10-point dive into the ocean while everyone's watching. Then, like, floats you back up to the surface and gives you control of the body again.
You know, I was just starting to like you too.
You'll like me fine when you want weed again. Besides, if the situation was reversed, you know you would have done this to me.
Situation was reversed, but you gotta be questioning why me in your head.
When you're entirely made of aether, you stop questioning things like that.
I start questioning a lot of things.
Bahamut says, well, I can give you one upside.
And that is...
I'm not an Ascian.
That's true. I'll give you that one. Alright.
Also, I'm not a
Let's go back
vegetarian.
inside. I think I'd feel a little bit more okay if you were.
Would you be
Don't
okay
know why.
Would you be okay with me not being able to let you ever eat meat again?
That's okay. Yeah, you know what? All right, we're just gonna end this conversation here. I'm walking back inside and asking my original question.
Come back
Now
in.
I'm looking like a complete idiot.
You walk back in, sloshing wet, water just filling your boots.
Workson, what happened?
Bahamut's like,
You
I wanted to cool my head off.
I need to cool my head off, and I figured the be a good time to just dive into the ocean.
Oh. She
What would you score that, by the way?
Because she snapped.
That's a bluff.
She snapped.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Let me roll. Let me see. What is my bluff? I believe it's a 0.
Learn to lie.
Yeah. Okay.
Just your Bahamut. Use your Bahamut go. Like whisper back in your ear. If they ask about the bruises, tell them you fell down some stairs.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No. I get a +1 to bluff. Oh, this is gonna be.
I'll say I'll give you a +3 circumstance as well.
Cool. So I get a +4. Didn't help.
I was gonna say, I was thinking of rolling myself on my own sense roller just because, but I'm just not sure how much they'd care right now.
Fiona, he's hiding
No,
something.
no,
He's hiding something. You aren't entirely sure what, but you know he's not being forthright.
You know what the hell?
Yeah.
Jedrin's like,
helps with the prestidigitation.
Yeah, precipitate him clean and dry.
Yedrin pulls the beer around, looks at you once, works. You know, she just like has this look on her face like, you were drinking with me a minute ago. I know your bullshit. I can smell it.
Please don't smell the bullshit.
Okay. Back to what I was originally going to say before I need to clear my head.
Yedrin, meanwhile. Yedrin, you've got a clear enough notion that you know something's controlling Orcs. Or at least, affecting his actions.
You're trying to make a note of it? That's not gonna bring up right now.
You guys consider me a friend, right?
Of course I do.
Indeed.
If I told you I was on a suicide mission, you would join me?
Bahamut's just
love-
like inside Work's head, like.
What are you
I just think back and say this is about something.
Wording!
I would love to know the circumstances of why, but I would help you how I can.
If I went somewhere and told you not to follow under any circumstance,
Visit Ishgard.
yes.
Of course it's Ishgard.
Look, there's something about my past. I've told you all about what happened and why I'm where I am.
Mm-hmm.
I need to fight him one more time.
Kato, what are you doing during all this? I know you're there. Like, what are you saying? What are you thinking?
Just kind of drinking some juice at this point. Just kind of watching, like, okay, this is getting weird.
Right. You know my stance on Ishgard.
I know.
You think I would turn you away?
There's something else I need to tell you about this whole situation. Interesting, Bahamut. Let me finish.
I'm assuming you thought that last part.
Yeah.
At this point, like, Rowan has come downstairs. She's sitting... Kato is sitting on... Basically, the lineup was from left to right. There was Kato, there was Works, and there was Yedrin. Rowan is now sitting on the other side of Yedrin.
When we first got accepted into the Dragoons, we made a promise to each other that should the day come when only one of us can stand on the very top of Ishgard as the top-rating Dragoon, we would fight each other one last time. This time to the death.
Why does it have to be to the death?
Well, at first he just put the death on there as kind of a joke. He said we'll fight each other, and then he said obviously, to the death. And we laughed about that. But after what happened,
you hear Millie pop up and go, "Boy, y'all need to rein your egos in."
She's not wrong.
I'm aware of that. But we wanted to have, one more fight. We weren't going to kill each other back then. Just to see who was the stronger of us. Well, I owe him one last fight. But this time, it's for everything.
So, let me get this straight. You intend to go into Ishgard, where they've probably, I don't know what they've done as far as your name, and intend to go and kill a Dragoon in oh god, now I'm blanking on a word. In the services of Ishgard? In the middle of Ishgard.
Not in the middle of Ishgard. I found a way to take him outside the city.
So you're going to kill a man.
Scotch pipes up and goes, Works end?
I'm not planning to do this for a long while.
I was gonna say, but I wasn't saying right now, but forgive me, but your track record hasn't really shown you being very great at planning. I want to get some help on this one.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking you guys.
I'm sorry, I have two cats basically kissing me right now.
Aww.
That's why I'm asking all of you. I'm not yet. I'm not even close to strong enough to even get through Ishgard, let alone fight him. But one day I'm going to be ready to. And when that day comes, I need to know I have friends behind me. At least to get me to where I need to go. After that, you are no longer involved with this mission. I'm not putting anyone else through that. I'm not risking anyone else's life for my greed, my goals, my ego. I did it once now, and I regret it every day. I'm not doing it again.
Deck kind of looks down at that. Looks sheepish.
Well, I have my own fight, so I'm not going to leave just like that. However, you have my spells, nonetheless.
Rowan goes, "Sweetie, I think at this point we're all willing to help each other with each other's problems." She looks around and goes, "I mean, we've kind of burned people to death together." And then looks at Kato and says, "And even with our issues, Kato, and everything else, I trust you enough to have my back in combat. And I trust you to fix my hurts when I have them."
I look over Kato. I mean, you're gonna have a really long talk someday. Preferably today or tomorrow.
About?
Man-to-man conversation.
Looks.
Rowan goes,
If
he's like pats Yedrin and like looks over at Kato and it's like, he just wants to talk to somebody that has some testosterone for a change. I mean, she looks around. We are a group of estrogen.
He's talked to me on multiple occasions. Just like raises a hand up.
It's like, now look, I really don't mind being surrounded by, this many ladies, especially, once people's rowing. But yeah, sometimes I do need some guy talk.
Fair enough.
And Rowan goes, and he didn't really get a whole lot of chance to talk with Aesir. None of us did. And I don't think he would have if he tried.
I don't think Aesir would have been much for guy talk, though. He seemed distant to a lot of things.
Millie pipes up. "You could always go talk to Dak's dad again."
Yeah, I don't know. I think he'd give me the good advice, just not the right advice.
I mean, you can always port back to Uppernace and find out, what was his name, Howling Raven?
Yes, Howling Raven was the announcer.
I just turn to Kato and just say, look, it's a conversation we have to have.
Alright.
Would you be interested in...
But that was my piece. I figured I'd let you guys know what the real deal is here. I'm with you to I do consider you all my friends. But like most of the things I do in life, it has mutual benefits. While I'm here to help you, I am here to get stronger.
Works. As you finish, you hear. In the back of your head.
I just think to myself, the sarcastic slow clap is appreciated, but not needed.
Come on, Yedrin, go.
Been trying to say, but I was gonna say, you're trying to probably say, I was gonna say something along the lines of, and looks, in case you want to involve me, don't think I would have to say this, but if I didn't like you guys a lot, would I have gone with all of you to the Asm Step, which is basically my own personal Ishgard?
You probably wouldn't have gone if I didn't give you my hat. Oh.
That's what friends do for each other, right?
I really appreciate the hat, and it made me feel a lot safer. But I still went even with the hat on.
Mm-hmm.
And as you found out at the Tide Gate, the hat doesn't necessarily mean much.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. But yeah, I think the general consensus is yes, we'll have your back, Works. You're a friend.
Millie suddenly pipes up and says, "This calls for celebration. Bacon? Bacon." Rowan's like, "Yes, bacon."
Alright, and now back to your usual cheery, sarcastic, slightly asshole-ish Works.
Oh, so if you're sharing all this heavy shit, I might as well get out there. May not be getting some magic shit. Not sure what it is yet. I'll get back to you.
Was that the thing with the she kind of like
Yes,
wiggles a finger at her face?
Yeah, it was something to do with that. Not sure what's up with that yet. I'll try and do some looking at myself. Don't worry about it on yourself.
Gedrin, as she says that, would you like to make the attempt of summoning it out?
I'll hammer up.
Everyone.
I'm just gonna sit back of the head. You don't even have to ask me, you dipshit.
I made it a point to just try to say that for you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do that. And you want man talk? Be a man. Go talk to my dad. Bacon. I want fucking bacon.
Millie's like, "High five, Rowan."
I just look over at Millie. I said, if any of you poke me, fireball up both of your fairy asses. You hear me?
But bacon.
No poking. I will share my bacon, but any of you sting me, that's it. You're toast.
Millie's like, I don't have stingers. That's Scotch.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'll get like a pound of bacon, okay?
Millie's like,
Fine. I'm still taking all this shit in. I feel like Hunt. I should take a drink. Let me log in. Give me a second.
yes, yes,
You've
yeah.
only
You
got-
guys are alone.
And you know what? I'll probably say something along the lines of them. Yeah, magic will sure deal with that. You know what? Give me a second here, and I'll make an attempt. What will I roll?
For the
Damn it! Now I love.
for the sake of this one, and it being a racial, roll a Constitution check. Jedrin closes her eyes in front of you, Dak, and in front of all of you, and then she makes a face, and the best thing that you can compare it to is it sort of looks like she's constipated for a few seconds. And then the next thing, there's like a shiver that goes through and her skin starts changing color. And the flesh on her face goes from being black to this white, almost skull pattern, going from just above her lip all the way up, missing the nose, and all the way to the crown of her forehead. And she looks up. What's that?
Hold on a second. I'm just gonna say, considering the skin color, it's more like goes from really pale to bleach white.
Yeah. Basically it goes from like peach to paper. Then slowly she starts to open her eyes, and all the color from the scalia has gone from white to black, and the eyes are this deep, deep gold that she's like looking out back at you with now.
Like you said, magic bullshit. Not quite sure what's up with it.
Yeah, I'm examining it intently.
No, not the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
How are you examining, Fiona?
Oh, partly by using detect magic, partly through just picking her brain.
Alright, you can roll a perception on that. Well, first off, it's not magical. You're like, I sense magic from the... You look and you're like, magic from axe, magic from a few pieces of equipment in the area. No magic from the face. This is all straight up biological.
I will not qualify this as magical bullshit, Legion. That's much is for certain.
Wait, what?
It's natural.
Wouldn't have something to do with that whole Born Under the Eclipse thing, would it?
Did Gedrin talk to you about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making
Yeah,
sure.
well, on the way to the Asm step, we talked about it because they wanted to know exactly what problems might arise.
Yeah, that's right.
I try not to put much into superstition, but
Jonathan?
it could be something.
Fiona, roll a wisdom. Your first thought is suddenly, oh, she's going through puberty.
I was gonna say, it's like, is this all raw puberty?
Do you actually say
Think
that?
about that for
Alex?
a second, and it's like, yeah, that's stupid.
Because I was gonna say, I'd come out right out and say, I really doubt it.
It was just like the first thought that hit her, and then she was like, no. But it's like, Yedrin, how? It's like there's like that aching thought. It's like, wait, how old is Yedrin? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. She kind of looks like a doll.
Great, so it's technically not magic bullshit, but I'm just gonna count this magic bullshit for now. She says while like rubbing her forehead again.
I suppose that was fun.
Let's try not and break down into multiple types of bullshit. We can just classify it all under like one heading.
So it's just bullshit.
Yep.
That sounds about right.
Seems like we're surrounded by nothing but bullshit lately, and damn it all!
Yeah. Like I say, I can't tell you anything about what's going on here. I'm pretty sure the most I can say it seems somewhat familiar, but I have no the idea myself. I mean,
Are you trying to put it away again, Yedrin?
yeah, just trying to sort of let it go, because
It fades away. You look completely normal again.
Well, at least we keep it interesting.
Can you not be interesting today? Especially after everything we did last night?
Yeah, I prefer to keep one non-interesting day.
you know what? At this point, I'm sort of giving up on that. Like, it's just gone.
Scotch, meanwhile, still sitting on top of Workson's head, goes, yeah, we gotta go get her brother today, don't we?
Wait, what?
Scotch! I didn't mention him yet.
Clark?
Yes, there is a little matter of. She looks around, just making no one else is here yet. Still, Arctic.
Awesome.
Scott shrugs his shoulders and looks at Dak and goes, sweetie, that's why we were here to begin with. I assumed we were going today. Are we gonna go another day?
Everyone got beat up.
So, you... Oh my... Clark?
What?
We are more or less rested now, shall we?
Scott's just like looking at Works like, she did what?
What'd I do?
Tell me you didn't go off by yourself.
I told you I went to the tide gates.
Okay.
Did you go
How much
beyond the
further
top?
did you go?
Scotch is
I
like,
told
I
Mike,
think-
I talked to her about it. I told her not to do it again.
Scotch
So
is
you
like,
went beyond
y'all are
the tide
making. It's like y'all are making quite the logical jump off of this. All I said is I assumed we were going to go get him today. We can wait.
Well, if we're getting him, that means she already found him.
We already knew he was here.
We knew he was in the area.
Let's not raise our voices. Let's just go.
But bacon.
You know what? You know what? We can.
All right, after bacon.
Well, as I say, option 2, we turn in we get the money, we grab bacon, we eat as we go.
Bacon is portable.
Scotch is also like, our option 3, we pack it up and go back to between Gridania and Apernaeus and settle in. Scotch is like, I think farm life would agree with me.
Not or I go home and play with my dogs.
Kyler's just like, is it about time we get a Lala leash? I hear those are quite popular around here.
I don't think for the reasons you're thinking.
all you see is Millie and Scotch's heads turned toward you, and they're just like glaring daggers.
Feels also about ready to dump flat works for that.
It's like, well, I'm sorry, I don't need our Lala to be on a leash and everyone think we're weirdos. At least more weird than we already are.
I don't think that's possible.
Scotch is like, I don't
For
know
sure.
about that. There was a dude at the last bar we were at holding a skull crawling with beetles and watching it eat skin off of it.
That was
Those are adventures. That's quite normal.
How is that normal?
We're relatively tame adventurers.
Could you commit me to some insane asylum if I ever get like that? Please? I don't want that to be my adventuring.
Cyberwick, meanwhile, has come back
Yeah.
out, and she's just got like this pot, like one of those big, like probably 30-pound, like cast iron pots, and just opens it, and there's just this pile of bacon inside of it. You look down, and all you see is like, there's bacon kind of pushed off in one section of it, like half of the thing is like almost full of bacon. And then you look down, and there's a bunch of sausage links just in there, kind of still steaming, like looking like they're almost ready to pop from being cooked well enough. And probably 1.5 dozen hard-boiled eggs.
Let Ron get hers first before you two eat.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's just have breakfast, then we can get going. This is too good to not eat as it is.
I was gonna take a few of the eggs and some of the sausage.
Takes a few eggs, a sausage, a couple pieces
Yeah.
of bacon.
I was gonna say, you're just gonna wait and see how much bacon Rowan takes first.
Also, let the bacon queen go first.
Don't make
Bacon
it count
queen.
about the sausage.
Young and sweet, only 17.
No.
Calorie.
Ball. He puts okay, whatever. Sausages and bacon. They don't touch.
They're not
we ju-
touching.
Okay.
They're like,
I don't
there's
like it.
basically like a
Like it.
section between them.
Okay. So I'll just reach in and grab like I don't know 12 strips of bacon and sit back.
They're still warm. Actually, still very hot. Like, there's still like that slight film of grease on them. Little
Like
flakes.
she cares if it's hot.
I know she doesn't. Little flakes of what appears to be some sea salt and freshly crushed pepper on it.
Pepper bacon.
Yeah, I mean, I'll sure as one of the edge of it.
Once the agent has seen that Rowan has got her share of the bacon, he's gonna go after the bacon, some of the eggs.
Alright. So, you guys are currently eating. What is your plan for the day?
Well, I think our plan for the day was find
Go to-
Park.
No, it was go turn in the bins for money, get our pay for the lodge. Then we're gonna, while going down to the Tide Gate, we're gonna check that one area that's been for that alcohol company, and then continue on. Depending on how that goes, continue on to the Tide Gate.
Well, looks like we got a long day ahead of us then. Alright, well, you guys go do that. I want to see, I could do some shopping before we go.
Okay.
Scotch
go.
goes, do you want to get your bounty pay before you go do that?
Oh yeah, we should probably get this first.
He like pats the top of your head. You're learning. That's good.
Let's... Okay, I'm gonna go. You guys all want to come with? Just gonna be
Yeah, sure.
Come with.
Deck. Let Scotch and Millie get their bacon. They probably just have it in their hands and munching, but she just leaves. Go
Like
find-
you start walking away, and then all of a sudden, like Scotch and Millie are starting to get dragged behind you. Like no, like holding onto the pot. Like no.
Rowan looks over at Sibowick. We might need to have some bacon to go.
She looks down. She goes, there's like 2 pounds of bacon in that thing. Do you need more?
I don't know how much these new little creatures are going to be eating, so I don't know.
They don't even need to eat.
But it tastes good.
Yeah, this is why you shouldn't get this bacon.
She like turns. You see, she's got like a rolling berry in her hand. Like it's about to take a bite.
Well, berries are much better than get addicted to. She nods.
Jack has some rolling berries. No.
It's just like
Rowan has made no commitment to move. She's not going. She's trusting everybody else. She's just going to sit back.
You restaurant, you had quite the incident.
Rowan, your head's currently bandaged. If you weren't listening on Twitch.
I didn't hear the beginning part of it. I still heard bits and pieces of it, but it kept cutting out. So
Oh,
I'm coming in for a little bit.
Essentially what happened is after the fight you got woozy. Works took you back to the inn to rest. They replaced they put a bandage around your head since there was still blood trickling out. Works woke you up in the middle of the night talking to himself, and you basically said, why is it always the crazy ones I'm attracted to?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. So I know nothing about the conversation that you had with Bahamut. I just know that you were talking to yourself. Did I understand any of it? Was it...
You only got Works' side.
Okay. Which, of course, I'm not going to say anything about.
Kato, are you going with him?
Yep.
Alright.
I get up, I go over and give her a kiss on the cheek. If you need anything, let me know.
You're just a link shell away.
Alright, so the rest of you head out of the inn, and as you depart, there's this general quiet about the town. You see the fishermen are out. Most of them are kind of... There's a few people chit-chatting about the giant whelks that are currently out on the docks and are being scavenged right now. But otherwise, there's a general sense of well-being and order that pervades the area. It takes you 5 minutes to walk from the inn over to the guard offices. When you arrive, there's a few lights coming from the inside, but there's not any sound. You can't see anyone through the windows. What do you do?
Knock on the
Knock
door.
on the door.
Yeah.
Who's knocking?
Just because it's funny, it's like I just see Dak doing like soft taps, and then one of the others just kind of like roll their eyes, bang, bang, bang. Sorry, one sec.
Okay, so that goes up, and there's like... is someone knocking after her?
I'll knock.
Works comes up, and you like hits it a few times. The next thing, you see the door swings open, and there's a Cure man with a very large mustache, kind of going into handlebars and curling, with a big bushy beard. Sun-kissed skin. His beard and his head are both black, and he looks at you all like over a pair of pince frais and a decorated maelstrom coat, and he says, "Yes? Who are you? What do you want? Are you here to report a crime?"
We're here to collect on
A bounty?
a bounty and for the watch we did last night.
Oh, that was you. Did you bring the fins?
Yes? That opens her bag. Bunch of fins.
None of you cut them off.
No, I did.
Yeah, I said you can get moved to help her.
Yeah.
You piled the bodies up. None of you made a survival check to cut the fins off.
You didn't say anything about needing to.
None of you
Yeah,
ever
never
said.
asked.
None of you ever said like I'm gonna cut the fins off. You just said I
Oh,
fished your
Tart
body
said
out.
that.
Yeah.
Tart said that.
Oh,
Tart.
I did not hear you, Dak. Then
Oh.
my bad. I will say that you did do it.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, at that point you should just let her have her 20.
I mean, he would have given it to you anyway. But I thought it was funny. It's like I said specifically fins, and I never heard anyone say they were cutting the fins off.
That's why I said I was moving to help Todd, because I'm pretty sure I told her to say that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna cut off the fins, and it's like, okay, so we got like what? How many fins do we have?
It's completely on me. Sorry.
It's cool.
He like.
And you even said they got like 10 fins.
Yeah.
Oh, I said there were 10 Sahagin. But one of them was eaten.
At this point, give us the damn 10 fins.
We have the 10.
You have the 10 fins! I'm just laughing because I should have slept more today.
That's okay.
Oh. Anyway, he like looks down, he like counts them, and he goes, "Okay, and what did you Mimi promise you for the watch?"
2K.
Alright, seems about going right. 10 fins, 250 apiece. I believe that comes out to 4,500.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks down into his coffers and counts a bit. Brings the money out and hands it to you.
Okay. Then she starts. She starts splitting it like.
If you need to know, 900 per person. That was on the watch.
Yeah.
At that
It's
point,
like
at that point, Millie is kind of fluttering one of her legs, like she's sitting on Dak's shoulder, and goes, "Sir." He looks back and goes, "Yes, strange bird thing." I do believe that you owe us a bit more. He like squints his eyes at her, and he goes, "Don't get me wrong, we are very happy that you have provided us with this. But we did get through the entire night ensuring that none of your men died, and that those that were sustained any injuries were healed as a result. They helped us. They did help us, but they're only alive because of us. I think we should get a small bonus for ensuring their safety." Just like looking for a second, he looks at Tack. Tack, have Millie roll a diplomacy.
Millie, what are you doing? Oh no.
Come on, Millie. Come on, Millie.
Oh, honey, no.
Doesn't she have your diplomacy?
Yeah, Millie's
Mike-
something that's just skill rank.
She might have my diplomacy, but the girl does not have my charisma. Yeah, she know. She does not have my charisma.
Oh my god, the two.
She has 9 charisma.
I was gonna say.
Because you told me to take the stats off the owl. That's what the owl has.
What are the stats for the familiar? Is it the same?
Pretty much.
The guy's like looking at her going,
You can save this, Todd. You can still save this.
I think she does have a point. We did go to the trouble of making sure that no one died.
he goes,
And
Those giant,
don't
we gotta pick
forget-
up those giant snails.
Oh,
one of your team members nearly lost her head to help them.
Oh,
so-
you're not even there.
I'm just saying, don't forget, you can add that in there.
he just kind of like, he like folds his arms and he goes, "To hear the men tell it, they took care of a substantial amount of the Sahagin."
Yeah, who do you think can? Who do you think blew the snails at Kingdom Come?
He's like, "Roll an intimidate check works."
Oh, good, I actually have good intimidate.
No one said there'd be snails, damn it.
No one said we having to fight as cargo.
Oh,
nice.
I was about ready to assist there too. Like, I can still add on my assistance if you want.
And this is high.
We're on a nat 20 for a 27. Oh.
the works just looks up at the guy and like kind of snarls, and for a faint second all of you can kind of see this dragon coming out of his face like to roar at the guy, and then all of a sudden like the guy just kind of like leans back a little bit and he's like, I mean, yeah, you did a good job. Like, he just like making his hands in like the calm down motion. He's like, yeah, but just, hear me out one second. As much as I would love to give you a bonus, I do still need to pay the people who did defend last night and make sure that they get compensation for the hard work that they did as well.
I mean,
Wait,
for
we're-
doing their jobs instead of, volunteering.
Well, you do understand how overtime works, don't you?
In a way.
I mean, Embryo. He just kind of looks at you and goes, I will tell you all what. I can spare could spare another 250, but that's really all I could give.
Would that be something I could sense motive against?
Sure.
Goddamn Gillhound.
Come on, Adrian!
You know what? Even more, studied targets defend sense motive.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So 21.
You see, he's being relatively forthright. They don't have the money to give you guys a lot more. Like, he's... You gotta realize he's more offering you money to get you out at this point, and because he's worried that the, Ara standing next to him is gonna try to eviscerate his throat.
We'll take the 250.
I was gonna say, Agent's gonna think for a second, then just put a hand on Roxy's shoulder. It's sort of like, no.
The guy kind of like walks back and comes back with some more gil, and he's like, he's like, here you go. If there's anything that we can do to be of service to you, please let us know. For the time being, I would ask you to enjoy your stay in Aleport. If you need directions or anything.
No.
No, we're fine. Think.
Should. That's fine. Let's go. It's just kind of like says to the others, let's go.
Alright.
Agent's just gonna follow behind. And
Meanwhile, Millie's like still sitting on Dak's shoulder, and goes, "Honey, you've really got to learn to bargain more."
I bargain enough.
if it makes you feel better, this being Big Fireball, if it makes you feel better, Millie, pretty sure we got about as much as we could have.
I know, but I was saying I had to bring it up. I'm a bird.
And I appreciate it, just...
It's a smaller town. I figured they didn't already have a whole lot of money.
We're adventurers. They always have more money.
You have a point.
I was gonna say, we kind of do need as much as we can get our hands on.
Anyways, here Works counts out like $9.50 and gives it to Works. Go shopping.
Woo!
Passes $9.50 out to Yedrin, $9.50 out to Fionn. She keeps.
Tark, can you give me another $9.50? I'll go drop it off to Rowan.
Okay, I was actually going to put it in a little baggie. Here, give this to Rowan, and then she gives $475 to Kato, and puts $475 in her bag.
Moo money.
Yes, she's sharing her gil with Kato, even though he was not there to help.
Scotch and Millie look down, look at Dak, and look at Kato. Then they continue to stare at Kato for a little bit.
Gonna hand back $2.75 of it. I'm getting some.
They go, that's not what we were waiting on. Scotch goes,
Oh,
yeah, there's a
thank
certain...
you.
There you go.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it, Kato. She passes the stuff he tried giving her back to him. It's fine. I have more than enough gil.
I thought you gave it all out.
I have more than enough gil.
Okay.
Alright.
Works. What are you going shopping for?
Well, I need something to kind of, I don't know if I'll find it here, but I need something to boost some numbers. I need something to either increase strength by a fair bit or damage in general.
Alright. Okay.
Oh,
I'll just say, if you want to do this off screen another time,
Works.
that's fine.
Roll a perception.
Okay, let's see. Nope.
You spend some time looking around. The blacksmith, when you go in, you look around. You're like, this place is selling nothing but normal weapons. Like, they don't even have any masterwork quality stuff in here. You leave, you look around the town, you look around the shops and the whatnot. You find some nice fishing poles. But otherwise, this town doesn't even have an apothecary.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd find something in this small town.
No.
But it might be worth a check.
There's nowhere to shop here unless you're just buying basics.
All fishing
Alright.
supplies.
Then we'll call the shopping trip a day. Might have to wait until I get back to, like, Redania or Aperneus or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll also give me time to kind of research what I want.
Alrighty. What are the rest of you doing while Works is out?
Oh yeah, I'm also gonna make sure to drop off first and give Rowan her share of the money.
Alright.
Beyond was back at the end, so their money will have to be hauled over as well.
Oh, yeah. Then I probably just gave it to Works to give to, just to make it easier.
Welcome to the inn. Ladies, I have something for you.
Sabowick comes
Grim
out and
looks
says,
up from
like,
her grimoire. Oh?
Sabowick comes out, it's like, oh honey, you shouldn't have. I'm a happily married woman, but I'll take whatever you got.
I walk over and give Fiona her share. I give Rowan her share. And then I tell Sabowick like 10 gil, because it's like, because you made me laugh and the bacon is awesome.
she just gives a little curtsy and she goes, I am here to serve.
Man, 10, you should have done 50.
Alright. So, Fiona, what are you doing
Yeah,
in Grimoire?
I
Rowan, what are you doing?
She's preparing spells and also summoning her summon because her usual spelling ritual for the day was kind of
What happened?
interrupted.
Okay, come here. Oh.
So your usual summoning ritual for the day was interrupted, so who are you summoning?
Let's see, today... While considering the plan for the day, I'll not cramp again.
Okay. Tiny Crow comes out on the table, just kind of pops around for a moment, like looks about, and he goes, twice in a row. It must be
I know, it's
Christmas."
extenuating circumstances.
He goes, I'm not complaining. It's just rare.
Yes. I do apologize for that. But, you know how it is between Skull and me. So.
The bird looks at you
Anyway,
and just goes, like... He makes a motion that makes you think the bird is cocking an eyebrow at you. And then, like, flutters a wing and goes, don't worry about it. I was young, foolish, and in love once myself. I hated it.
duly noted. Anyway, Skull, this is Zinnia. Zinnia, Skull.
Don't you mean not Cramp?
Crap.
Not Cramp, yes, sorry, I'm that.
You had skull in the brain.
Yes, I did.
Zimnia like floats down and gives him a tiny wave. Not Cramp is like looking at her and like looks at Fionn. Then looks back at her and then looks up and goes, "Why must you always taunt me with snacks?"
She's not for eating.
She is the appropriate size.
She's apparently my fairy. So don't eat her.
Fine. Granted, when I am bigger, the Lalafell is appropriate snack size.
I shouldn't have to ask you not to eat the Lalafell.
And I won't.
Thank you.
Unlike her untrained familiars, I actually take no joy from the process of eating.
Ah, noticed that, did you? She adjusts her glasses.
The only thing that I take much pleasure in these days is a long, hard smoke and a good cup of tea.
Well, when I've learned more with my magic, I will definitely have to let you go out and have fun. That's set. Anyway, getting ahead of myself, let's go catch up with the others.
He just chuckles. Just let's tell me, Fionn, or rather, he looks about. Rowan works. Are you paying any attention to them?
To not cramp in the ferry,
Yeah,
or just in general.
to that small table.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's okay.
Oh, poor
Uh,
kiddo.
Knockcramp takes a look around, sees Sadwood, and goes, "Fionn, what's on the agenda today?"
Well, I'm just gonna pick up Jack's brother.
Oh, lovely!
Fuck
I
yeah.
get to meet the famous lightning snake.
Snick.
Yes. Well, he's not going to be in quite so physical form. Provided nothing happens.
Knockcramp just kind of shrugs, as a bird does, and flutters up to Fionn's shoulder. He says, "Very well." At which point, he kind of very sarcastically goes, "I am, after all, sworn to carry all of your burdens."
Feeling just eyes not cramped. It makes you feel any better. You'll be returning
You have
to
killed
hearing
me
not right.
3 times!
I was going to say, if it makes you feel any better, you will be returning to Upper Nace to spend some time there.
That's good. I'm just going to be sassy for at least 3 summons for the 3 times that you've killed me.
That's understandable, but at least this time you didn't die.
That's 1.
This is good.
You got 2 more. 1 if I don't die today.
I
I'm
was like, Fiona, I think this one's my favorite. It's my favorite your summon.
Anyway, shall we?
Let's.
Gun runs from the
He does
table.
stop for a second and he like preens at your hair a little bit. It's getting long. Have you considered a cut?
There's been too much going on. I might though.
Since I was a
GM pay to do.
I was a
Yeah.
barber of sorts back in earlier life. I could manage it if you would.
We're not giving you scissors, Bird.
You
I feel like
you
the
were
bird
not
would be-
there.
I feel like if this was like being voice acted, it would probably be by Johnny Depp.
Oh my god.
Knockcraft goes. If you would loan me the hat, I can cut everybody's hair.
GM considers this. I'll speak to Dak about it. Then she goes to pay her dues at the end. Before heading out to meet up with Dak.
Sabawick waives your fees.
Oh, okay.
Like, she knows what you did, so she's like, no, that's fine. Lets you out without paying.
Well, it doesn't know we're about to commit high treason.
Was that in your head? Please tell me that was in your head.
And if she knew we were bailing out Ark, then maybe she would get her money in. Oh well.
Rowan, Works, do you rejoin the rest of the group?
I'll rejoin. I'll let Rowan know I'm going out, and if she needs anything, or if she is coming.
Wait. Are we leaving? I don't know.
We are probably going to be leaving.
Yeah, most of my stuff when it's done off, it can be handled off screen, except for the one little thing, which would be just to Todd and Field only.
So Rowan gets up and she pulls out her quarterstaff. She's like, oh, I think this is going to be a walking stick today.
I just turn around and go, I'll be by your side the whole time.
Go over to
You hear in the
sit
back
with-
of, like, Works, you hear in the back of your head, and it's like, so alive.
Just think to myself, you shut up!
No.
So I'm going to ignore this, obviously, because I have no idea what's going on.
You
No,
can't.
No,
I
you
know,
don't know what's
I
going on.
said it in my head.
It's all fun.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I know. I was just saying, I don't know any of this is going on, so obviously I'm ignoring it all. And I'm
Okay.
going to go over to Sybilwick.
Alright. Sybilwick's like looking at you. She's like, yes, dearie?
I just want to thank you. I hope to see you real soon. Your bacon is fantastic.
she snickers and goes, it's an old family recipe, sweetheart. And thank you very much. Your kind words, and to be honest, the liveliness that you all brought to the inn and this tavern was all the payment I could ask for. I may not look it, honey, but I'm over 60 years old. My children don't visit very often.
All the payment she could ask for. She's still going to take your money, but
She waived the fees.
So it's nice to just see someone bring some life and some joy to this old place.
Every once in a while, though, I just wish for some peace and some quiet. My head hurts.
She
I
said,
don't know what it is we're dealing with going out there.
she
But
says, I completely understand. And anytime you need to come rest your head, I'll have a bed waiting for you with some fresh pillows and a plate of bacon.
Rowan chuckles and then her hand goes up to her head. Thank you. I appreciate that. You be safe, and I'm sure we'll come back and visit.
Of course, and thank you for keeping us all safe. Good luck with whatever you've got going on.
Thank you. Something tells me we're definitely going to be needing it in the future. I turn around, I walk over to Works, again holding my staff just to stay steady.
Are you sure you're okay to travel today?
I did kind of rung my bell a bit. My head kind of hurts. You talking in your sleep last night did not help.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I think for once I'm happy that nothing happened crazy in my dreams. I mean, come on, look what we woke up to. One day I'm gonna wake up and there'll be a dragon sitting on my head.
Bahamut
Yeah,
meanwhile comments in the back of Works' head. If she wakes up with a dragon in her bed, I am taking it as consort.
Wait.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I don't know. With all these familiars, I think I should get myself.
You don't get one as a mage or wizard or whatever.
She's a sorceress.
Familiars are a wizard thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. I have to make my own little temporary fire friends, and then they just dance around and look pretty. No pets.
That is true.
No pets!
We have a menagerie already.
1, 2, 3, 4, soon to be 5. Yeah. Actually, soon to be 6. Fuck.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Oh, God, Fiona.
Dear Lord.
There's not gonna be mini schools running around, are there?
Later.
No.
Rowan looks at Works and kind of looks down a little bit. So I mean, I know that my head is an issue right now, but what about you?
Surprisingly, not horrible.
Roll a check.
That'd be fortitude.
Just roll a heal check, which in this case be medicine. Like, check yourself over.
It would just be,
You might want to do a deep yes.
Yeah, well, that didn't work any better.
Hello.
Oh, great. Mark said hello. We're all fucked.
You're in private.
Oh, God. That's even worse.
You do a quick pat down of yourself, and you're like, huh? And you realize, like, you don't feel the scales.
Is that a good thing or
And you
bad
start to go
thing?
down, and you're like, you can feel they're all around your waist.
Okay.
And you go and you you stop for a second, and you're like, wait. And you kind of like shift your leg very quietly, and you can feel scales grinding on scales on your bits.
Oh. Oh.
But you kind of like stop for a second, and you're like, it doesn't hurt at all. And it dawns on you, the scales are basically healing the injury. Not pretty to look at, but it's healing you.
Well, I mean, I'm not whipping that anytime soon.
Not unless you want to scare some people. That shit's a weapon.
Hey, check this out!
That shit is a weapon right now.
In tournaments, taken down a primal. So I mean, it's not really like we've done anything bad. Our name has been put in has been put in good terms. They don't know us individually.
Until someone realizes who Fiona is.
Right. But
Alright,
you're always with
I'm
guys,
sorry that I
so
missed some of that. So, what happened?
we're just rationaling out that how, really it's only works and works that they have to works and Fiona have to worry about our reputation in Ishgard, because they don't know anything about me, and all they know about the Agents of Mayhem is all the good things that we've done and the tournaments that we've won.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, though,
I was gonna
everyone is
say, if
I'm
you were
guessing
talking
everyone
about
assumes I'm dead.
I was gonna say, speaking of reputation, with Ishgard, yeah, you have done something insanely morally questionable that could get you in some deep shit later.
Was it embarrassed the shit out of them in the tournament?
No, this isn't Ishgard,
Uh,
and I'll let you brew on that. For now, Works is
I
kind
hate when he does.
of Rowan. Roll a perception on Works. And Works, roll a sleight of hand.
Another skill he doesn't have.
Actually, I think I do have a. What is it? Oh, that is Dex modifier. So
Not bad.
Where am I
It's one.
go?
Oh, hey. I don't know, you got a 4 on that. You got more dex. I thought you only had a +3 modifier on your dex.
+1 for the necklace.
Ooh,
Oh,
just shy, Rowan. You see, you examine for a second, and you see Works kind of like shift his legs a little bit, but it doesn't seem out of the ordinary. It seems more like a guy stretching his legs.
Okay, head trauma. Laugh at me like that worsened. But anyway.
Is that a gay look in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
More
yes.
it's more one of those motions where it was kind of like he just
Leaning to one side.
like he spread his legs like a little wider, like something was stuck, and then closed them back.
Oh,
I'm not exactly-
no. I know that feeling, and it sucks.
I'm not exactly going to be looking at his junk in public. I'm a
I'm
little
saying
crazy
you
with
saw the motion,
that. Okay.
not like you're examining that. That you saw him make that motion, and that was it.
Okay.
Anyway, the floor is back to you two.
Back to which two?
Rowan and Works.
Okay.
Though
Well,
I'm assuming Rowan has. You have made your way back to the party at this point from the conversation you were having.
Yeah.
So the floor is back to everybody.
I was gonna say, before me and Todd ended back in the party, we made over some stuff in party chat. It's just like results of the off-screen stuff, and do I kind of get that quick chat with Todd and Todd and Fiona?
I was fixing his acid dunk with mending.
Though what?
If that's fine.
Yeah, I was
You
fixing.
you said I took my gear took damage after that.
Oh,
acid
yeah,
attack,
yeah,
though,
yeah,
I used mending to fix the acid damage. I said gunk. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I mentioned something about possibly looking into grabbing some form of smoke, tobacco, pipe, whatever, and
There's a general store.
I know a guy who sells really good weed.
don't trust that weed not to have side effects.
Gedrin, are you looking for normal tobacco or something
Just
special?
normal for now. Just something to help take the edge off a little bit with all this stuff lately that doesn't rely on a big jug I have to carry around.
Alright, you find a general store. They sell tobacco. Fairly cheap. It's about 10 gil a pound. They sell rolling papers for a gil for a stack of 20.
So you'd say like 11 gale and then full enough to last a while?
Yeah, like you would have 20. You'd have enough for 11 gil. You would have the tobacco, and then you would have 20 rolls of paper. So that's enough for 20 cigarettes.
Okay. You know what? I'll take it.
All right.
And
The general store
And-
clerk is another Rogadin. Big guy, almost green skinned with blonde hair, balding slightly. He's aged like everybody else in the town. A little scruffy at the moment. He just goes, he's passing the paper and the tobacco, and he goes, will you be needing anything else?
no, thank you. That's all I needed.
Do you need matches?
Thanks for a second. So I'm just.
I don't think
So
Ron's
then-
gonna like that for you.
I know Rowan's not gonna. I'm just looking through and seeing if I have something already.
Get one of like the 3 mages to use prestidigitate for flame. God.
Hey, am I got a light? Just lights on fire.
I was gonna say how much are matches.
He says, I'll give you a book of 20 for 2 gil.
You know what? I'll take it just so I don't bother the mages.
He slaps a matchbox down in front of you. On the front of it, you can see a Maelstrom shipping vessel. And it appears there's a slight scratch mark on the top of it.
Okay, I'll connect it. This is a bit of obscure lore I'm supposed to know. I would not know it.
Do what?
I'm probably gonna just take the pack. I'm probably gonna just pay for the matches and take them. Cause if there's any obscure bit of lore, I don't know it off the top of my head, so I don't know how to react to like.
He handed you a scratched up matchbox.
Okay,
Are you gonna check the contents?
I will check the contents.
There's matches.
You open it up, there's a little note folded up inside of it, but it's matches inside of it as well.
See, you mentioned like the scratch top, and I was thinking, it's like, oh fuck, he gave you some used matches. There's gonna be like not 20 in there.
I'm just wondering about the note.
Do you read it?
Yeah.
You open it up, you can't read it.
Hmm.
It's written in code apparently.
Drink more Ovaltine.
I'm wondering if I should take.
Liage.
I'm wondering if I should take these matches because there's a code in them. Now oh god damn it! Oh.
Always with the cryptic
You know,
bullshit.
could possibly read it.
You know what? I'll take the smokes anyways. And yeah, I'm probably gonna hand the note over to Fiona to look over. If she can't beat it, I'm probably just tossing the matches.
Okay.
you light a match, it just blows up.
So, how are you approaching Fiona about this? Or how are you approaching the party about this?
Well, one, before like I said, I still have some of this I was gonna say to Fiona and Todd, like, well, Fiona opened Link Shell privately just to her and Todd, because she's like right beside me. But I can do that at the same time now.
Okay. Like, what are you saying?
Well, one, I was gonna Picking up. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Hey, Leon, got a coded note for you to look over and a box of matches.
Oh?
I have no idea why I even got this, but I figure if anyone can figure it out, follow you. Also,
How suspicious.
oh, oh,
You cut out.
yeah, I'm also, this is pretty quietly trying to make sure only Fionn to what a pipeline shall call and Todd can hear. Notice a bit of something with works this morning. Pretty sure that dive off the pier wasn't voluntary action.
No, it was definitely unleashed.
I can't say for sure, but as far as I could tell, it was. I don't want to say controlled, I want to say something along the lines of influence to do so.
Yeah, not strongly.
I just want some extra eyes on that who might be able to see a bit deeper than I can.
I mean, I'll keep an eye on her. Kind of my job to keep my eye on you guys, so you guys are doing alright. But I'll keep an eye on works.
Yeah. Just a bit worried for the guy with, well, everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get there, if you can take a look at this note and it's probably you join the party soon after that. Okay, everything went quiet. Did I do something stupid?
No.
Nah, waiting to hear back on the linguistics check that.
Fionn, you look down at the code, and as you're kind of reading into it, you're like, it's a jumble of letters, and as you're kind of looking at it, you're like, slightly unsure what to make of it. You spend a couple moments kind of giving it the once over, trying to figure something out about it.
I was gonna say, if she takes a few minutes, you could take 20.
Yeah, Fiona will be taking 20 if she has the time for it.
Can
Okay.
be walking for a bit.
That'll give her a result of 30.
Alright. You take the time to sort of look through this, and by your best guess, the code is written in a Caesar shift cipher. And the problem now becomes, really, you just need to figure out what one letter corresponds to another letter to solve it. But without having that one thing, the cipher is kind of impossible to find.
Adrian, you said this was found in a bunch of matches, yeah?
Yep. Thinking of top, you can't understand it?
I'm getting close.
Basically, Fionn, what you're realizing, the message is not very long. It's only... Hang on. I gotta count the letters in my head. I'm such a scrub.
I was gonna say, what you're doing now, it's also probably doing about the owns about this mysterious note I brought with me. There's an unboxed of matches.
I was gonna go to the Chocobo place and see about like a wagon or something.
Like, Fiona, it's maybe 2 sentences long. Now, if you want to try substitution for the script, for that you can attempt to do that for the entire ride, but it's going to take the entire walk ride, but it's going to take all of your focus.
She'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if she's not intense into it, it's gonna say, it's just gonna offer, do you want the box in case there's some hint of the box?
Oh, yes, please.
It's gonna hand over the box of matches in the let the matches stay in there, because I'm not using those unless I know what that note says.
Okay. On the ride, what are the rest of you doing? Are you getting chocobos, or are you just walking?
I think Tark wanted to get chocobos.
Well, I wanted to get like a cart so that way the people who need to still rest, eyeing Rowan, and needs to focus on other things, eyeing Fionn, can do their things. Aww.
Alright, you come back out of the Chocobo Keep. Today it's a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Today you walk out and it is an Ellison woman with a pixie cut of blue hair, dark rings around her eyes, and she's wearing a coat with frills at the end of the sleeves with chocobo feathers adorned at the elbows and around the shoulders, kind of like as a collar.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks up at you all, kind of dusts off some boots and some brown slops and goes, well, it's a big party. Do you all need a chocobo service?
I was actually hoping I could get a cart. A few of us, kind of need the additional rest.
Well, we're more than welcome to give you a car. How long are you going to need it for? Will you be returning it in the day?
I'm not 100% sure. Is there... She's just kind of looking like, how long is this going to take? How much would it be for, say, 2 days?
We usually rent our carts out at about, does some math, usually about 25 to 30 gil per day.
Okay, I can pay that.
Let's see, you need enough space for 6? Then yeah, it's about 30 gil per day with an extra 5 gil per chocobo. My suggestion would be for a party about your size to get 2. So 40 gil per day.
Okay, I can do that. And she takes out like 80 gil and hands it over.
Well, that's very kind of you. Most people don't pay up front. We'll have your chocobos and the cart ready in just a moment. She walks back and there's some rustling. Then a few seconds later, 2 Rogadin-sized chocobos come out attached to a long wooden cart with bench seats.
Jack, meanwhile, is like, who wouldn't pay up front?
She kind of hands it off to you. All right, these are some of our best birds. This is Beauregard. And this is and Quaybell. They should take care of you. They know their way around these parts, so just point them in the direction you want to go, and they'll follow whatever path is in front of them. All right?
All right.
Now, you all take care. She just kind of waves you off.
Thank you. And she climbs up and gets the chocobos going over towards the group. Come on, guys. I got a cart.
Huh? Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you for that. He's probably going to climb in.
Gillen climbs in too.
I thought a cart would be best because Rowan's still not looking that great. Are you alright, Rowan?
Yeah, I'm just a little tired.
Oh, you could take a nap in the cart.
Okay.
So is anybody?
So I go to try to get in the cart.
I help her up.
It's not very high off the ground. You can get into it with ease. So
Still help her up.
big question is, Fiona is going to study this cipher for the rest of the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan's taking a nap. What are the rest of you doing?
Keeping my eyes ahead because I'm driving this thing.
Just goes, you're just going to keep a general eye out.
Canada's just gonna kind of watch things.
Okay. So, Yedrin, roll a
Work
perception.
sits next to Kato.
Alright. So, Yedrin, roll a perception. Kato, roll an assist. Alright. So, 27 either way. The two of you kind of watch along the roads. And as you do so, you notice it's a very calm day. There's no waves out on the sea. There, however, is an overcast and a smell of rain on the air. That's mixing with the brine of the sea around you. As you all continue down this road, Kato and Yedrin take a look out. They don't see anything dangerous along the way, giving you ample time to talk, to do a craft, and gives Fiona plenty of time to focus on what she's doing.
Well, one thing, just because I can for the hell of it, I'm just going to take 10 on my survival for 23, and if I understand, I can figure out when that storm's going to hit us.
Okay.
Survival DC 15, predict the weather up to 24 hours in advance.
By your guess, it's probably going to start raining around 4 hours from now, with a thunderstorm cropping up about 6 hours from now.
Not sure if that's going to be a help or a hindrance. It's probably just going to inform the party. We have about 4 hours until we start getting rain, and about 6 hours until we start getting a full-on thunderstorm.
Oh, great.
So, Ark, about how long would it take for us to get to the Tide Gate?
By Chocobo
Yeah,
cart?
that's
About
Yeah.
about 2.5 hours.
there's that stop along the way, though. Yeah, but we were promised
Right, we were going to stop, yeah.
to at least take a look.
Oh, I am getting tired.
Okay. So that's all you're doing?
Anyone else need to do anything?
I was gonna try to have a small conversation with Kato. Now that everyone's kind of asleep or preoccupied.
Go ahead, have at, dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, Kato, I go. So, me and you got to have a talk.
Mm-hmm.
First off, where'd you go the other night? Or last night?
Not important.
Okay. Second off, you know why Rowan's upset.
Yes.
Now, before you say anything, I'm playing the impartial third party here. I'm not taking anyone's side, not taking yours, not taking hers. But you know why she's upset.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm asking is, I know, your sleeping habits are a little weird. Just apologize. Not as much for, falling asleep, but, as much as kind of throwing the blame on her. It was kind of equally both your faults. Shut up, Cortana!
Shut up, Siri!
Trying to have a serious moment here, you ruined it! Look, if it ever comes down to, we need someone for Night Watch again, you might have to do it, but we'll see if we can arrange something that, works for everyone.
Yeah.
But at least apologize to her for, throwing all the blame on her.
I suppose.
If you do it for nothing else, do it for me.
Well, she was trying to throw all the blame on me as well.
Like I said, both of you were not in the right there. And I'll talk to her about that later too. Also, why am I the voice of reason?
Because
You
I'm driving the cart.
Like, see you did it, Kato? You make me act my age!
Because I'm no good at being the voice of reason.
Made me act
And
like
I am?
What time? No.
Oh. Ark, we're not starting this shit now.
Oh.
You should read the title of that sometime.
Is it DM is gonna scare the party shitless one day with that?
No, it's literally just titled God Laughs at You.
Nice.
By the end of the trip, Theo is staring at the note incredulously.
Well, by the end of the trip to the Taigate, or by the end of the trip to the park we're going to check out?
You guys probably have to tell Dak where to go for that, so.
I have an idea. I think it was Rowan that found that.
I think it was Rowan that knows.
You guys gotta wake her up then.
I ain't waking her up.
Thing is, I don't think we can do it on the way back.
In any case, Beyond wordlessly hands the note back with its translation.
Oh no, what does it say?
It's going to be some stupid bullshit, isn't it?
Most likely, yes.
You want to read that, Fion?
Wow.
Congratulations on solving this riddle. As a reward, turn in for one free pack of lighthouse gear matches. Let us light the way until the sea swallows.
I think at that point, Jason would grab a smoke, light it, and just take a drink, because god damn it!
You thought it was a grip. You thought it was some freaking bullshit. You just got double played by the DM.
Yeah,
It's at this point,
is-
Yedrin, it's at this point you look down at the matchbox and you see to make the puzzle harder. The general person basically scratched out the name of the matches and scratched out the lighthouse that was on the matchbox.
Wow.
I wish I could take a smoke sound. And then just followed by like a scream of motherfucker.
Why are you complaining? You get a free box of matches.
Oh, I'm not complaining about the feed box of matches. I'm complaining about the goddamn general store clock.
Dion spends the entire rest of the trip just looking completely done with it.
Basically, I think it's basically what we're all at this point. We're just all done.
Not
Hey
correct.
guys,
Yes.
I'm out. I can't anymore. I can't sit up anymore, so I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Night, Bowen.
Hope you
Get some
feel
rest,
better.
Ben.
Thanks, guys.
Night.
Night.
I know.
Night.
Meanwhile, Knockcramp is looking at you, and so is Zinnia. Like, Zinnia actually looks like more sympathetic. Knockcramp is like, now you know how I feel. Regardless, you end up at the Tide Gate, and once more, Dak, you find the image of Falkbrida walking down towards you and dusting herself off a little bit. Just, oh, you're back.
Hi.
I take it, everything went well.
Yeah, everything went perfectly well.
Well, good. Good. I do have a slight message for you.
Oh,
Yes, a white-haired Makote female came through here earlier. Said she had seen you over by the Chocobo stables and that you had headed this way and asked if you were alright.
oh, yes, I remember her. Oh, that's very kind of her.
We let her know that you had passed through and had left. She seemed disconcerted. Regardless, she went through the Tide Gate and has not returned as of yesterday.
Oh, no.
But we've had no reports of any violent Sahagin activity.
Well, is it alright if me and my party go through the side gates?
Oh, we received reports of your party's actions already through the airport. Please be our guests.
Okay, so thank you.
Not that we would stop you anyway. Falkbrita laughs a little. After all, Limsa Laminsa has no laws that protect anybody from attempting to commit suicide by Sahagin.
Yes. Kind of looks kind of put out, just kind of like. She says as if she didn't almost die 3 times.
Falkbreeder snickers. It's a little humor, dear. Most people that go through the gate are going solely through to hunt Sahagin. We do have active bounties.
Okay. I didn't know.
We're crass people. You get used to it.
We should be off. I only have so much time on this cart.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Go. They let you right through.
Oh, now comes the fun part.
Agent, Agent was a bit too disable to be reacting at all the Ekans. Because, yeah.
You mean try to fight off Sahagin with a recovering black mage, and the rest of us?
Dex actually says that once they're past the tag gates, it's like, now comes the fun part.
You act like you've been here before, Tart.
Yeah. now comes the
Motherfucker,
fun
you will
part.
roll a sense motive before you do that.
Well, no, it's like, now comes the fun part. Now we're in Sahagin territory.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's not.
No, I'm saying before Works makes that comment.
I said some jack fuck.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, it's the fun part. We get to go kill things.
Yay, murder!
Yeah, it's the fun part.
I think I can take 20 on that sense, though, considering what I know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the fun part. We get to go into a place that usually has Sahagin war camps nearby and made the call it a semi-active war zone for a reason.
Millie,
Oh.
Millie kind of leans over and goes, Yedrin. But
Yes.
think of all the loot that the Sahagin have taken from ships and people that have come through. That's probably just laying around. They don't wear clothes. They don't have pockets.
I almost wonder the way you play her if I should just make her charisma something higher.
I don't know, both female Millie, I would love it, but at the same time, oh look, it'll be guarded by like 50 Sahagin and like Leviathan itself or something.
But Yedrin,
Didn't Leviathan get chomped?
You're gonna have our loot, but you have to fight Leviathan!
at that point, like Millie like grabs Yedrin's face and goes, but Yedrin, ships sometimes carry excesses of over 1 million gil.
And Eater just whooshed.
Millie, would you stop flirting with Yedrin?
But she's so cute and easy to tease. She's so small and strong.
You're smaller than her.
So?
Adrian is not quite sure how to react.
Also, I was gonna say also Fiona, with you taking the whatever the net or whatever. Oh yeah, now comes the fun part. I don't know where I'm going.
Actually roll an intelligence check on that, Dak.
Really? Okay. Int.
You know exactly where the fuck you're going.
Awesome! I rolled 23 with a nat 20.
You know exactly where the fuck you're going. You have like a detailed mental map going, Cat is here.
Which is hilarious considering I had no goddamn clue. I flew over most of this shit. Yeah.
At that point,
Okay.
Not Cramp like stretches out and he goes, Fionn, Permission?
Yes. Oh?
Do I have permission?
Yes.
Flies up, boom! Huge size crow comes back down, lands. Like the chocobos are like, oh, what the fuck?
Whoa! What the heck? Do I have to do a handle animal or anything?
Yes, you do.
Motherfucker. 26.
The birds calm down like immediately, but they're like, they're like eyeing Knockcramp. Knockcramp comes by and he goes, so, who goes first? I'm assuming Dak has got to be on me the entire time. And where are we going?
Well, I can tell you exactly where we're going. She kind of like parks the chocobos a little bit. It's like, so my
Might I
thought
make
was,
Lady DeQuas, may I make a suggestion before we head out?
yes.
Stable the chocobos inside the gate where the guards can watch them.
Oh, what are we gonna do about Rowan?
I'll stay here with her.
Are
Knockcramp
you
reaches
sure?
out and like picks her up in his claws.
Okay.
Okay. Or we bring the sleeping black mage with us.
You never know when we need to shove a fireball up something's ass.
Does she have to be conscious to do that?
I'm just imagining Knockcramp just like wiggling Rowan like a wand.
Rowan
Okay.
wakes up and goes, I hate all of you.
Aww. Okay, everyone out. I'm gonna go park the chocobos.
The original get out is just. Not even sure what this day just keeps getting. Not sure what would it be.
Do what?
This day keeps getting. I'm not even. I can't even grasp the proper word I would want to use. It's another one of those days that seeks to detach the engine from reality altogether.
Yedrin,
Yes.
roll a dexterity check.
Oh, what's this for? 10.
Who did you have a steady target on? You had it on Works earlier, didn't you?
No, that was the God Captain. I would have dropped it right afterwards, because, like, let's be honest, why would I keep it on? That was for the sense motive only.
Yeah, I thought you had one on Works earlier.
No. Pretty sure I didn't.
Regardless, as you start like feeling like this sense of like, what am I even doing? Like, what's going on? You look down at your hands, and there's a split second when you look through them, like your hands aren't there, and then you blink and you can see your hands again.
Oh, what the fucking mud. Who's beside Adrian right now?
Who wants to be beside Yedrin?
I'm on the cart.
Sure.
Okay, so Works is there. Kato, do you want to say you're there, or should it be Fionn?
Let's say Fionn.
Either way, I'm taking the cart back to the.
Just-
Okay, so Works and Fionn, you two are next to Yedrin.
Okay, I'm not sure if it's like mudding a little bit, it just like sort of speaks up. Okay, not sure if it's just the day it's been going and I'm losing my mind, but I just slightly disappear from existence for a second.
Can you what?
Both of you roll perception.
Nope.
Works is like, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
Theon, you were paying attention the entire time, and that you saw nothing like of what Yedrin was talking about.
Adrian, are you quite alright?
I am becoming more and more unsure. Either this either is giving some really strong smokes, but
Oh, did you
Well,
actually
it's
smoke,
more-
Yedrin?
I was gonna say my only thing I was making a joke about after needing that message would probably goes, oh, just light one up and take a drink, cause god damn it.
Give me a
Well,
second.
after them committing high treason, I think it's time for us all to get quite a lot of rest.
Yeah, and like either smoke's real good, I'm really tired, I'm going insane, or I'm literally becoming so sick of this I'm just starting to cease to exist. Pick
That's
one.
called dissociation.
Huh. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yedrin,
Yeah.
roll a fortitude save.
Well,
21.
You're fine.
Are you looking at
what
the
happened
addiction
if it
rolls?
was fine?
There is tobacco is addictive. It's a fort
Ah.
C10 to resist. Long-term users suffer constitution damage.
Yep, should have thought that through a little more.
I didn't know about the constitution damage. I was aware it might be addiction, but seriously, constitution damage?
Well, I mean,
Well,
it does kind of
lung
turn your
damage?
lungs black.
Well,
Which
yeah,
is-
but
Keep in mind that you do heal
that,
constitution damage when you sleep.
I was gonna say,
It's-
that had
it's-
to be some
No, it's only through long-term use, and
like that had to be some seriously long-term use, and no magic would have to get involved at some point.
yeah. Regardless, back to what we were doing. Dak comes back. The guards are more than happy to take the chocobos from you. They're kind of like, "Why did you even bring the cart in the?" Never mind.
For all the loot, no. I wanted to give Rowan some more time to sleep.
Regardless, Rowan's like standing up next to Not Cramp. She's like leaned against him, like her eyes are closed. Like in a rare display of like affection, Not Cramp kind of like wraps a wing around her, so it looks like there's just this big black blanket around Rowan. Kind of makes her look almost like it almost makes her look a bit like a vampire. So yeah, who's doing what?
Dion is keeping an eye out, trying to figure out the route deck.
Okay. Well, I would like to remind for this case, Dak is the. Normally, I will say this, like for future reference, I'm gonna let you guys sort this out. But for right now, Notcraft can't get 100 feet away from Fionn. And Dak knows where you're going.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be obvious. It would have to be Fionn and Todd, basically no matter what. And then if Fionn wants to come back for more people, she would have to fly Notcraft back and take people like one at a time, depending on how much weight Notcraft could take.
Notcraft could probably carry 3 of you at a time.
See, that was actually a slight reason why I almost didn't want to bring the entire party. But then they'd get on my case.
Morx is going to want to stay behind with Rowan until they can take both him and Rowan. And
That was the original plan.
yeah, Carlo, actually, you might need to go alone with Fionn. Don't you weigh something like 3 times the rest of us?
I'll keep in mind, Rose are about the size of Aura, so Works is probably
Yes,
going
but
to
they're a
act
lot
solo.
bulkier.
Yeah, this is true.
I have my weight down as 250.
Plus your equipment.
Yeah. Which is like another 20 odd pounds or so.
So about 270.
Yeah, I was actually wondering when we were going to stop because I'm actually running out of steam.
Would everyone like to call it a night here?
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
I feel like we're going to run into some trouble.
Yeah, it might be a good idea, and just so everyone's fresh for when actually running in